gentlemen, I am delighted to be part of this morning and to welcome you, of course, to the Huawei Developer Day.
We got to find out all about the HMS core and the vision of the future from Huawei itself.
We don't always see these things in the news or read about it, so it's great to get first-hand experience.
Awesome, they actually push in the actual OS market, so I'm really excited to see what they can actually bring to the table.
We learned a lot about HMS and the systems Huawei is providing us.
I think it helps devs come together, figure things out, learn new things. I think it's very helpful.
Right now we're busy with the code labs where developers are fixing an app that we broke.
It's really helpful for us to get to know all of their coding styles and kits, and very informative. So yeah, let's do more of that.
Thanks to Huawei for going through all the effort of setting everything up.
I'd like to thank Huawei for a fantastic event. I think everyone has gotten a great amount of value and also taken a lot of vision that they have for the future.
Thandekile, CEO's daughter, is a marketing and project manager, professional with 14 years work experience in FMCG, consumer electronics and fleet management. She's the co-founder of MyFuelRewards and also an executive director of UFarm, the SABC's first crowdfunding platform for farmers. So both very interesting partners. Let's give them both a huge round of applause as we welcome them.
Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad I don't have to introduce myself, and you all know what my mother's name is, so thanks, Larry. So today I'm going to talk briefly just about the business itself, and my colleague Maurice is going to talk more on the technical side of things. MyFuelRewards is essentially fuel aggregator. And what I'm also going to talk about is how we actually help our partners tap into the 3.2 billion spend by Uber drivers across South Africa. And finally, we'd like to also take you through our app so that you actually see how it actually works. As you all know, and I'm sure pretty much everyone here is a motorist like myself, and fuel over the years has become more and more expensive. And we saw an opportunity in this to actually do something to give back to drivers, more especially Uber drivers. So when we started MyFuelRewards 3 years back, there was actually nothing like this around in the market. And as MyFuelRewards, we approached Uber South Africa, and we actually managed to forge a partnership with Shell South Africa. So as you can see here, as per Start South Africa, it's estimated that the average person spends about 20% of their income on transportation alone. That's actually quite a lot. So if we were to give back any one of you about, let's estimate 20 cents back for every liter of fuel that you actually spend every single day, that would amount to at least 14% back into your pocket. And that's essentially what we've done with MyFuelRewards. But this is just for the Uber drivers for now. As I explained, MyFuelRewards is independent. We're actually the first and only entrepreneurs in South Africa to actually do this without the support or the backing of any big banks. As you can see here, across the landscape, you've got the likes of FNB, you've got Standard Bank, Account, Clicks, and Discovery. We, as MyFuelRewards, we stand alone. We partnered with Shell South Africa, and we take this to fleets, to other motorists, to actually give back everyone spend, on everyday fuel spend. You might ask yourself, why Uber? Why not come go to every single person, every individual? So as I mentioned before, the whole idea is to aggregate fuel spend, your everyday spend in your life. What Uber has done, and we've seen, given their growth over the years, is to essentially aggregate our logistics spend. You and I have to go from A to B every single day. You could take a bus, you could take a train, but what Uber actually did was, hang on, let's put and bring everyone onto one platform. So instead of you now taking a bus or having a combi pick up your child, for example, from school, it's actually easier for you to actually use an app-based platform. It's easier for me to go to an Uber platform and say, hey, let me use this way instead of going different places. So for me, I don't know how you actually view it. I know Uber describes itself as a technology company, but the way I personally see them is basically a logistics aggregator, because now we are all here on the one platform. So that's essentially what MyFuelRewards is doing. We are plugging into that, and we're saying that instead of our drivers, one driver going to BP, the other one going to Caltex, let's bring them onto one place. This also works for financial services, because you have driver A has got this insurance company, driver B is also going to another insurance company. We are now tapping into that to say, let's actually help other partners create a solution that is actually uniform for every single driver, and thus allowing for a proper growth within the platform. If you take a look at the graph here, just to speak back onto the cost of fuel, you can see here that the average motorist spends about 150 liters per month on fuel. However, for Uber drivers and any e-hailing partners like the Bolt or Taxify, they spend at least 1,000 liters per month. That's a lot of fuel. So if we equate that, if we take that into rands and we say to them that for the 1,000 liters of fuel that you're spending, we are going to give you back 20 cents on the liter of fuel. So I think, I like what Bronwyn actually said, that this is, and I don't know if it's my understanding of what she was saying is correct, but this for me, trying to drive the drivers into Shell networks or the same financial services platform, it's another idea of nudge marketing, because we're saying, hey, let's go here, and Discovery has successfully done that over the years. So we are bringing them onto one platform because they get rewarded for spending at the same place and for being disciplined. The drivers also spend an estimated 3.2 billion, and this is on different financial services products. So again, there is that opportunity for other partners to actually come here and say, hey, we'll do something. Let's bring it. Let us take a bit of that to 3.2 billion instead of scattering it around everywhere. They also spend a further 240 million on fast food alone, and this is based on actual surveys and interacting with all our drivers. Now, I'm sure you've all used Ubers, and when you get into an Uber, who of you has actually seen a sandwich or a lunchbox or what have you? I'm sure you've never seen that. And that's because that's the car to an Uber driver, that's their office. So they can't afford to have a smelly car, they can't afford to have lunch boxes in their cars. They have to stop somewhere. They don't have the luxury of canteens where they are on the road, so they have to eat somewhere. And this is what creates this spend, this 240 million spend. And it's also spread across different fast food chains. So once again, we need to try and aggregate that spend and bring it onto one platform. Lastly, one of their biggest costs is data and airtime. Why are they spending all over the place? Why can't we bring that onto one network provider? So therein lies another opportunity for partners to come into that. So at the moment, just to give you a bit of information about MyFuelRewards itself, we currently engage with 75% of the 20,000 drivers across South Africa. So that's quite huge in terms of marketing on the platform itself. How we came to where we are now. MyFuelRewards started as any traditional business. We went on the street, we were canvassing, we did cold calling, we did everything. And what used to happen is, as you can see on the last image over there, one of my field agents would actually go up to Uber drivers, sign them up, give them a simple card like this. Once the driver had their card, they would go to a fuel station, pour the fuel as normal, and they'll swipe the card. So I'm sure you can imagine how much time and how difficult that was to actually tap into every single driver across South Africa. I mean, Uber is actually in 5 cities, if anyone didn't know that. So you literally need thousands of people on the ground. So it was working, it wasn't ideal to work like that because you're literally sitting in a cold calling, trying to find out where the drivers are, and making sure that the field agents are at the right place. We therefore, and thanks to Silicon Burg, Maurice and his team, that's how our business evolved now into an app-based business, and this is why we're here today. I'd just like to play a little demonstration on how the app actually works now. This is just the main, our landing page, the main interface. So as I explained when I was up here previously, we used to give our drivers that card, so it looks exactly how it is on the screen. So think about like when you go to clicks, how you have to present your rewards card. So it was same process, you put your fuel, you give the attendant your card. What then used to happen is that, it might surprise you to find out, but Uber drivers don't always use the same card because most of them use their cars, they get into accidents more than you and I, surprisingly enough. So we're getting a lot of drivers using the cards, which was proving to be very expensive for us because we do have to pay for the printing of the cards. So what the app has done for us is that it has eliminated that cost completely because now we use a virtual card. You don't actually have to give a driver a physical card. So for example, if I have a driver who's in Durban at the moment who wants to be part of the program, we can simply share the link, or as from a couple of days ago, we're actually on the Huawei app gallery, which is great. So just a quick demo. The first one is basically just showing them how they get there, how much of the rewards has they've actually earned, how to earn the rewards, and just the account. I'm not going to go into that. The discount voucher category is what's very interesting because, like I said, if there are any partners in the room or any person, I've already had a few people approach me. So if you'd like to plug the products, whether it's car accessories, food, data, airtime, etc., this is the section where you appear. And what we do is we don't associate with, so for example, if you were to offer us, or you want to offer the driver cheaper data, cheaper airtime, we wouldn't put competing brands in the same category. So we actually, it's all exclusive. Now, for me, personally, this is my favorite out of all of them because we're actually plugged in. This is a live visual of the Shell website. So if you were to go onto their website right now, it looks exactly like this. It shows you their promos, what's happening. So every time they change their website, it actually changes on our side as well. So once again, if you were a partner, grocery partner, etc., we could plug in directly onto your website so you don't have to keep sending notifications. Last but not least, because obviously we can't go through every page, this one right here is the Huawei Maps. As you can see, it's already picking up because with Shell being our main partner, we've given them the priority and we've put them there on Huawei Maps. So you can see it's picking up where we are. So that's us there on the blue dots. But it's already showing me where all the Shell sites are all around Cape Town. So depending where I am, if I'm in Johannesburg, I can actually, just by clicking that, I don't need to do any search. But it already knows that, okay, you are a Shell client, you're looking for a Shell, your nearest one is at this location. So that's also an interesting part, about going onto an app and moving from the traditional method. Thank you. I think that's it from us.